Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some of my planning tips for Disney. As you might know if you've watched my previous video, I'm going to Disney pretty soon, so I thought I'd share some of my tips and tricks for planning. I have been a few times before, so these are kind of gathered up through different trips and all that. Even though this trip will be my first time stopping in a Disney resort, so it's my first time stopping on property, my first time on the Magical Express, it's my first time with Magic Bands, so all that's still going to be very new to me. But I can tell you about some of the planning with booking and fast passes and dining and all of that thing. So let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is what time of year do you want to go? I know that the Halloween party and the Christmas party can be really appealing and you really want to go. I've been to the Halloween party a few times before. It's great. But if you don't want the crowd levels and you're not into so much crowds, avoid the parties. That's the Halloween, the Christmas ones especially. If you don't want the crowds, also don't go on in school holidays like August time, Easter. You got to check over there for their school holidays. I didn't do this, didn't check their holidays, so actually the second half of our holiday will be with spring break, which does draw in the crowds, so just double check with their holidays as well, talking from experience. If you want a nice time to go, February, we've been a few times, very good time to go. September is also another good time to go. The last time I went was 3 years ago for my 18th. September is a really good time to go. There's not many people over there because all the schools have gone back, America and England, so if you can, go in September. It does mean that the weather is a little bit it's the end of hurricane season, so every day, every night we were there, it rained. Not so much that it ruined the holiday, you just have to watch out for that. Obviously, hurricane season's a thing, so check when that's happening. If you don't want the heat, I would say, November, December, January, February. March times are going to be better for you, because they are quite cooler, but it's still going to be hot over there. It's America, well, it's Florida, so it's going to be hot. So that was my first tip. My second tip is see what deals are on. Disney do quite a few deals. When we go in March, we've actually got free dining and a free photo pass and everything magical. So this time that we go, we've actually got the dining plan, which I've never had before, which is going to be fun and interesting. We've only got the quick service one. You had to go in a moderate value resort for that, so value resorts did not apply for this offer, but we stretched to go to the moderate one. So it's the moderate to through. I think if you go higher, you will get the higher dining plan, but we were okay with quick service, so we went with the moderate plan. So just see what deals are on. You can ask travel agents, you can check on the Disney website to see what deals are going on, so just have a look. We also got our tickets cheaper through this deal because we did it with Disney, so we got that. All we had to find was our flights. And that brings us to my third tip. Keep checking different flights and compare them, and don't book the first one you see. Wait a bit and see if it goes up or down. We actually budgeted. We were like, oh, this is what the price for the flights are. We budgeted that set of money, and then we went to book it and they had come down. So we have actually got the extra leg room because that was still in our budget. I know we could have just gone no and have more spending money, but we got extra leg room because it was in our budget. It was the same amount we were going to spend on the flights anyway. So check different flights, see if they go up or down, and just look around. I know sometimes flights can be a bit hard. Like when we go, because it's out of season, only 2 big companies are going for the times that we wanted, so you are quite limited. But if you're going in the on season, I don't know if that's the right term, but we'll go with it, you'll be able to find a lot of people that go. So it shouldn't be hard to search around for them. My fourth tip, if you want to dine in anywhere in Disney that isn't a quick service, book 180 days before. You can do that whether you're stopping on or off property. Everyone can book 180 days before, but make sure you book, otherwise you are going to miss out. This includes places like Be Our Guest restaurant in Magic Kingdom. This includes the character dinings anywhere. This includes Tony's. It includes Skipper Canteen, Sci-Fi Diner, anywhere that isn't a quick service. If you want to go there, book it. The ones that we are going to this year, Be Our Guests, which I've never done because we didn't book last time, so we should have. And nice little side tip, if you've got the quick service meal plan, Be Our Guest is actually it comes with the quick service dining. It is for breakfast and lunch. Dinner is not, you'd have to pay for it, but breakfast and lunch is actually a quick service, so you can get your quick service dining plan in on that, which is great. We're going to be doing breakfast with the princesses over in Epcot. We're going to be doing another breakfast in Epcot with Chip and Dale and Mickey and Pluto and those guys at the Garden Grill. We're doing a lunch with Winnie the Pooh over in Magic Kingdom, and I'm very excited for these character dinings because I've never done one before. I have been 13 times and I have never ever done a character dining before. I'm so excited. Another side note with that as well, if you want to meet some of the rarer sort of characters like Winnie the Pooh, maybe think about doing the character dining. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger you can find in the parks, but like Piglet and Eeyore are quite hard to find, so if you desperately want to meet them, maybe think about doing the character dining because you're guaranteed to meet them that way. My next tip is when you can, book your fast passes. You can book your fast passes 60 days in advance if you're stopping on site and 30 days if you're stopping off site. And for those bigger rides like the new Avatar rides, Flight of Passage, especially, they're really hard to get. We just managed to get fast passes for our second day in Animal Kingdom. They are very hard. Some people might struggle. If you don't do it on the day you can, you might struggle to find fast passes. So when your day is there, do your fast passes. Make sure you're there. Make sure you've got what you want to get, like the rides you want to get. Because some people don't know this, but fast passes are tiered. Magic Kingdom is not. You can pick any ride, no matter what, you are fine. But in Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and now in Animal Kingdom, you've got tiered rides. So in Animal Kingdom, you've got the 2 Avatar rides and everything else, which means you can only pick one of the Avatar rides to do and 2 from everything else. In Epcot, you've got Frozen, Ever After, Soaring, Test Track, I think. So you can't do Frozen and Soaring, you have to pick 1 and then 2 from the rest, which is very hard. I might do a tips about the fast passes because I know some people can be quite confused by them, or just give my recommendations of which ones you might want to pick depending on, you know, your group, whether you're just adults, whether you've got kids, what your preference for lines are, because Disney are very good with their lines, like the atmosphere, but some are not very good, so you might want to skip them. But yes, do your fast passes when you can, because you might not get what you want and that would suck. My next tip is shop around for ticket prices. Now with Disney, we did go through the Disney company because it came in with our package and everything, but with our Universal ones, we actually looked around and got our tickets from Undercover Tourist, which were a lot cheaper. We got a 3rd day for free, so we paid the same for the 2 parks and just got an extra day just in case we wanted to go. So that's really good. So look around for your tickets. I know a lot of places sell Disney and Universal or SeaWorld or Busch Gardens or Legoland. Legoland is a thing over there. But just shop around for your tickets and make sure you get the best price. My next tip, which leads on from the Undercover Tourist I just talked about, is look at crowd calendars. These are a thing. Undercover Tourist has a great one that we always use. This basically, you can click your month that you're going in and you can look at the crowd levels in each park for the days you're there. It will tell you whether it's going to be a moderate day, a bad day, or a good day to go to these parks. So an example of that, I've just gone and got mine. As you can see, we've got orange in moderate days, and then we've got green in good, and red in bad. The only red day is leaving because I don't want to leave. It's going to basically tell you if, the crowds are going to be there and which parks to avoid. So we've done a pretty good job at avoiding. I know we've got some moderate ones, but we've been on moderate days before and they've been fine. So I would check the crowd calendars. So it does make everything easy. My next tip, which is probably one of the most important ones, is you need to do an ESTA to get into the country. So type in ESTA into Google, bring the website up to fill out a form for who you're travelling with, so everyone has to do it, and you'll get approved or denied, depending. If you've got criminal history, you'll have to do something slightly different, but I don't really know because I've never had to do that myself, but it will tell you. But you have to have this ESTA to get into the country. If you don't have the ESTA, you're not getting in. You have to do it at least 72 hours before you go. So make sure you've got it. You can do it whenever, how long in advance. It lasts for 2 years, I think, or a year. We've got it till 2019, so you don't have to keep doing it, but make sure you've got it because you want to be able to get into the country after spending all this money. So make sure you do that. And my last tip for planning your Disney holiday is have fun with it. Planning is half of your holiday. The planning is exciting. It's meant to get you pumped to be going. You can download the My Disney Experience app, which will really get you pumped. You can see everything on there. Just have fun with it. Don't let it stress you out. Have fun. You know, you're going to a magical place, and planning is half of it. So yeah, have fun with it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed some of these tips. Let me know if you've got any other tips of yourself, if you've tried any of these tips, and let me know if you want me to cover anything else, like the fast passes, for instance, if anyone's interested in that, or maybe how to make a plan of action, like where you're going to go each day, maybe how to use the My Disney Experience app. Who knows? You can suggest whatever, and I will think about doing it. If you like this, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel to see more Disney news, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.